Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Costanza, a podcast about something. I am your host, Joe Costanza, not to be confused. Uh, what am I going for here? With what did George do that was weird? Um, I guess not to be confused with someone who sleeps under his desk. George Costanza from Seinfeld, because he slept under his desk. I think that was an episode, right? I can't
Remember,
remember.
he hid under his desk one time.
I think he slept under. Anyways, this is episode 9. I'm losing my fucking mind here. So
I mean, he was in a fire drill to hide under more kindling.
oh yeah, I could do that for the next one. So
How you gonna how you gonna get shelter from a fire fuck bomb by hiding under wood?
I don't know. So this is episode 9. This is kind of like a nothing episode. So last episode was the double feature.
Bro, it's a podcast about nothing. What you mean?
That is true. It was like a double movie feature, Godzilla X Kong and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire last time, but this time it's going to be filled with like just news from the past month and also some mini reviews like anything we've seen over the past month or something. Like we could just talk a little bit about that. Jay, have you seen Ghostbusters yet?
Yes, I have. I watched it yesterday for late night showing.
All right, put your thoughts here.
Well, it was I can definitely say it's kid to teen friendly with the whole approach of things. You know, I kind of understood the word dynamic. This may have some spoilers, by the way. That word dynamic with I'm trying to remember the names. With Finn and Slimer, that was super weird. The female Ghostbuster that's trying to prove herself with the ghost.
Prove myself.
Yeah, Phoebe. Like everyone was just they were going up against a threat like that they didn't necessarily prepare for. So they're going against like a brand new enemy, and I like the concept of it of having like a frozen ghost god that would wreak havoc, and they're going against an ancient deity. So I actually like the premise of it. It's cool. It's a very cool thing. It was just surrounded by like a lot of goofiness. Some were kind of like haha, like okay, right. That was a funny time to say that, and then other times it's like okay, you're kind of breaking the mold a little bit with overall dark presentation. So I feel like it was a pretty good fun time. I liked it more with just seeing like old Ghostbusters and their dynamic a lot more than the new characters. The new characters they still seem like filler, except for one. I mean, like Vivi was important in a sense because it brings it home later on, and that was pretty touching. So Vivi does redeem herself in that factor. But all of the other new Ghostbusters, they're kind of like, just like filler. Like, like the old Ghostbusters, like Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. They pretty much carried the whole film with this one. So, epic. I could say like it was a pretty interesting battle, but it was kind of lackluster with fighting the main ghost because even though the proton packs were not as effective, um, that wasn't really necessarily effective because they always get frozen, so they had to go for like brand new dynamics. But it kind of felt like the firebender. I'm just gonna call it a firebender, fire starter, whatever. He was the main one who stopped the threat. So the Ghostbusters they came through clutch on the second hand, trying to entrap it. So the goofiest character is the one who stopped the big threat. I don't know. Like, and for Vivi, even though she found out how to counteract against the ghost, by using brass metal, that didn't really necessarily do too much, in terms of like effectiveness.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
So I just feel like there was just a whole bunch of lost potential with the way how they went about with things. So
yeah,
so it was kind of over the place. the secondary characters, no, they kind of work except Vivi. Vivi was like probably the only redeeming character out of brand new characters, and I guess in this new Ghostbusters trilogy, if we're gonna call it a trilogy, and like
they always try to go for the trilogy.
Yeah, but the old Ghostbusters is what really just kept me like entertained, like for the most part. So
I think the problem with the problem with Ghostbusters, they took too long to make a third movie. The actors themselves they're not in it no more. They didn't strike while the iron was hot.
You can thank Bill Murray for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because him and Harold Ramis had a falling out during Groundhog Day because they had creative differences, and Bill did not want to work with Harold ever again. So, and Dan Aykroyd wanted to make a third Ghostbusters for like the longest time, but shit just didn't work out, and Harold Ramis died. So, eventually,
rest in peace. So yeah, Vivi carries on the torch.
I remember.
Phoebe. Sorry.
I remember that guy died. Yeah, I was like, "How you gonna do Ghostbusters now? One of the dudes ain't even there."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think they did that. Then they did that female-led version that I don't think was good. I don't think it wasn't good because it was female-led. I think it was just a bad script. So.
There's just multiple things wrong with it. It was just awful. But yeah, like my full review is in the other episode we did. There were time codes down below for that. But yeah, I liked Frozen Empire, but like I can understand why people didn't, because like Afterlife to me is one of the best like modern movies today, because like I just liked how they did that with like bringing back the old Ghostbusters, and it kind of felt a little bit like a mixture between the Goonies and Stranger Things. It also helps that Finn Wolfhard is in the movie. But I just feel like this movie was kind of like, I appreciate they did something original with the Devil Elsa, as Jake called it, but I did like how they I like how original it felt and all that, but I feel like they just went too much with the humor, like I said. But full review is in the last episode.
Yeah, they definitely did. It was like way too like cheesy humor that almost broke the atmosphere. So
yeah.
You could blame Iron Man for that, because now everyone wants to chase that snarky, quippy humor, and like it doesn't work for everything.
I kind of point fingers more towards Guardians, because that movie did humor well.
Yeah.
Because Iron Man was more dark. The Guardians is just like haha, like I have famous huge turds and all that shit. And I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, that style doesn't work for everything.
Yeah. Well, Ghostbusters has always been funny, but I feel like the original Ghostbusters was like a different type of humor than it was today. So I don't really know.
Yeah, definitely. It was a timepiece. For real. I feel like I just want to say one more thing. I feel like Afterlife should have been like the last send off. So like the entire Ghostbusters film, like franchise.
Afterlife?
Yeah, I feel like that just would have been like the perfect send off. Like just like ended it right there. Like,
it kind of would have been, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly. Because like you're doing a tribute to, was it Harold Ramis?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a tribute to him. All the Ghostbusters come back for like one big cruiser. You know what I'm saying? They're going up against a big threat, like, that they fought before. So it was like a cool thing. And just to have all those traps that was set up, in that farm, that whole entire landscape area, in order to stop the ghosts. I mean, that was kind of cool. That was way cooler than the big trap that they had in the safe house. The fire station.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Like this one is kind of like a meh. So this was just for execution. Concept is fire, but lackluster humor. Characters like that, their dynamics were all over the place. You know what I mean? Like they're like their take on like how to combat certain enemies, certain ghosts was just all over the place. Nothing really necessarily worked. It never really went hand in hand. I didn't really see it. I just didn't really see it. So
Yeah. So for and Jake's mini review, I guess we could talk a little bit about the two shows we've watched. I have been watching The Boys, recommended to me by Mercury, since I owe him for spending a whole year on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. So I think The Boys is a good show. I really enjoy it. Like, I think I haven't really been as active on The Boys as I should have, as I should be, and plus I'm focusing more on Game of Thrones right now. But yeah, The Boys I think is a very good show so far. I like Homelander. I like Starlight. I think that's her name. If you have not seen The Boys, I'd recommend it. Like Jake, it might not be for you, but I really personally enjoyed it. Like, I think it has like a different take on the superhero genre. Like, I think it said like if superheroes were treated like celebrities or some shit, and they're kind of like they're not really heroes, they're villains. So it's it's kind of it is a pretty dope ass show. Like, people really like it. It's been recommended to me for a long time. So yeah, I really enjoyed it so far. I'm on like season 1, episode 4 or some shit. But yeah, I like it so far. And Game of Thrones is just a very good. Like, I can see why people like the show because it's got like good characters. It's got a good story. It's got Peter Dinklage. Like, what more do you want? Like, it's it's a fun show. Also,
Yeah.
fuck, like Jesus, both shows.
You want them not to throw. That's what you want.
Yeah, and I know they'll eventually throw, but not now. Like, I'm enjoying the good stuff here. Also,
Yeah.
no spoilers at all, because I know what happens, but Jake, like, let's just leave it at that. Like, no spoilers.
So I can add something, and this is not a spoiler. It's a story about a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. I had dropped Game of Thrones right before a certain event that happens in season 3 because I kind of got I don't want to say
now, so yeah.
I don't want to say bored with the show, but I guess because I think this was when it was still running. I think it was a week by week thing, and sometimes when like a story gets too drawn out, I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm good on this. Because I did the same thing with Doctor Who, like when they got to like the 10th, not the 10th Doctor, I think the 12th Doctor. I forgot. I think his name is Peter Capaldi. He wasn't the same as Matt Smith or even David Tennant, and I was just like, I'm good, man. And I just dropped the shit. So I dropped Game of Thrones, and I didn't watch none of the God damn it. I didn't watch none of the material for it. And then all of a sudden, before I know it, it's season 7's out, and it's like the last episode. I think season 7's the last season. Whatever the last season was. And I saw the last episode. Not knowing anything that led up to it, because like I got like at least a 4 or 5 season gap. And I'm just looking at this like, this is not the same show. Where did y'all lose? Where did you lose it? Yeah, this is not the same show.
I also gotta say, like I'm eventually gonna make a full review of Game of Thrones once I finish it, but the Daenerys stuff in there is so boring, so fucking boring. Like, it might be controversial because she's like a fan favorite, but my God, like the Stark stuff is good. The like Joffrey stuff, even though I hate his fucking guts, that stuff is good. I do not like the Daenerys stuff. It's boring.
I'm not gonna hold you. I wish that they just followed the Starks. Like they try to like have this thing be like a world that's encompassing and things are moving, like the gears are moving even if people aren't being focused on. That's cool because that's a bigger reason why I like One Piece. The gears are still moving. Luffy may not be on this island, but things are still happening. I like that. I like the world that is being lived in. But when they don't focus on the Starks or someone trying to kill King Joffrey, I don't care about this show.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
and
it gets like that.
And luckily, I was like, my heart was fucking pounding because I thought you were gonna say something really major.
I only know up to season 2. I'm not spoiling anything.
Okay, good.
What season are we on, Joe? I forgot. It was
Dude, we're on 3.
3, okay.
We're in the middle of 3. Dude.
I lost track at this point.
I'm technically in the middle of 3, but I only really have knowledge of 1 and 2 because if 3 was boring the hell out of me. I'm guessing why the thing that I missed is such a big deal because I guess it makes up for the build up that I guess season 3 was trying to do, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, I really like. Yeah, I think the Stark plot line is great. They tried to split it up like a lot. Like I think there was like a whole episode dedicated to the Daenerys shit. Like that might just be me thinking about that shit and how boring it was, but I'm like, oh my god, just give me like.
There was one thing I liked.
Somebody kill somebody.
When she was trying to take over some shit and get the slaves, that was kind of cool. But I think you're right. I think she's just a boring character. She's too perfect. And nothing like bad really happens to her, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, like all she is just dragon mommy, and that's it. Like again, my opinion change, but my opinion can change about her, and she could be like a
dragon mommy.
Like my opinion could change about her, and she could be like a Sarah Connor, Nancy Wheeler type of character. But I'm just like, no, I don't like her. She's not good.
She ain't no Nancy Wheeler.
I mean. She could be. I don't know. Anyway,
she could be.
Before we get to the news and stuff, Berg, you said you had something that you watched.
All right, so I was gonna skip doing it, but since you brought it up, only new stuff I've really been watching are these 2 animes. Well, it's technically 3, but I'll talk about them. I've been watching Solo Leveling, Shangri-La Frontier, and Blue Exorcist Season 3. You don't really got to pick up Blue Exorcist because it's kind of eh. I like the idea. I like the idea of because it's basically there's these 2 kids and they're the spawn of Satan, but they're actually good-hearted. But because they have the blood of Satan running for them, everyone thinks that like they're evil and gonna fuck up everything. But they end up saving not the world, but like the area they're in like multiple times. And it's kind of cool, but it don't feel like the shit's going anywhere. I gotta see the rest of it because the shit is still ongoing. I gotta see where they go with it. But I've been kind of underwhelmed by it. So I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm watching it alongside the other 2 shows. So Shangri-La Forever is basically Sword Art Online done right. There's this guy who he plays like this trash VR games that have all these glitches and stuff, and he masters the game so much that the glitches don't even matter. But then he gets recommended to play this game called Shangri-La Frontier, and it's supposed to be like this crisp game, no bugs. You could do whatever you want. Like it's like they call it a god tier game. So he's like a god tier game, huh? All right, I'm gonna try this, and he plays it, and they do some crazy ass quests in this shit. And they actually had this dude lose, but
Ouch. Didn't see it.
When he fight, the thing that because he's cocky, so he's one of those people who like try to do like a zero defense build all attack so he could just sweep through shit. And then he pulls up to this wolf that fucks his shit up. And it gives him a permanent debuff that he can't wear armor until he defeats the monster that defeated him. So it's like a penalty for trying to do that dumb shit. But he embraces it, and he just trains to try to one day to get back to fight that wolf so he can get the debuff off him. I'm like, yo, this is mad innovative. I'm like, why couldn't Sword Art do this shit? You could have even still had the if you die in the game, you die in real life thing, but at least have the quests be cool. Like all the quests that are let me pause that, because the beginning of Sword Art Online was kind of cool, but they stopped doing that stuff and went with this whole love storyline, and I gotta save Asuna every 5 seconds because the show doesn't move unless Asuna is captured.
Right.
But fuck that show. Shangri-La Frontier is great. Definitely recommend it. I think the season is done for it. I'm gonna see tomorrow if a new episode came out on Crunchyroll, but I think the shit is done. But I think a season 2 is greenlit. Now the last show I was watching, Solo Leveling. It's another video game like story, but this one's a little different. So there are these things called I think they call them gates, and they basically are instance dungeons. Like if you've ever played any RPG ever, and if you go in these dungeons and you're a certain rank, you can like defeat the stuff in there and take the spoils out and bring them into the real world. So they created a hunter organization, and they rank people S through E, I believe. And the main character is an E rank hunter who always gets bodied each mission. But then they end up going into this one instance where it's a double instance. The first one they were able to handle no problem because I think it was E rank. But then they went into the second one, and I don't think they said what rank it was, but it might as well have been S rank because almost everyone got murdered. They went in with like 13 people and like only like 6 came out. Shit was bad. And they was about to kill the main character, but there was this it was like a test that you were supposed to do. You were actually you could have did the dungeon if you would have followed what they said, but everyone was being arrogant, so they lost half the people because of that. You were supposed to praise the statues that were in this building, and they were like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm out of here." And the guy gets cut in half. It gets very gory. So they end up praying to the thing, but then there's another thing they have to do. They have to praise the statue. So they have to go to a statue that has a certain, like, there's some statues that were holding music instruments. So if you stood next to those statues, it would calm the enemy down. And then the last thing they had to do, they had to basically survive for a set amount of time in the middle of the arena. But everyone was scared. They didn't know what to do. So the door to the exit opened once everyone went to the middle. But everyone was freaking out. I was like, yo, should I stay here or should I go? Sorry. So they was like, yo, should we stay or should we go? And if you stayed in the middle, the enemies wouldn't touch you because they were in direct eyesight. It was like if you're playing Mario and you was facing a boo, if you looked at it, it wouldn't move. But everyone was shook because so many people had died. They just wanted to leave the dungeon. So the 6 that were left, everyone basically left the middle one at a time. So the monsters that were standing still started to move because no one was watching them. And they were about to kill the main character, but the time limit went out as they were doing the killing blow on him. So it said mission completed or whatever. Your heart will stop in 0.2 seconds if you don't accept this I think, gift or whatever. I forget the exact term. But it basically allowed him to survive the 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 instance, but now he has to abide by this system, and it gives him different daily tasks to do. Like he has to actually do like exercise. He has to do push-ups and sit-ups and shit. And if he fails to do it, he goes into a penalty instance. And there's a bunch of these like sandworms that are like basically relentless and gonna kill him, and you gotta basically survive for 4 hours. So if you don't do the daily quests, they will make you do the daily quests because you gotta basically tell you to exercise. This shit is crazy. And they actually call that thing back in one of the episodes. I did not see that shit coming. And each episode is kind of insane because it's like all these different instances, and it's like you think it would be the same, but the way that they have it play out, and this dude is like figuring out how like the new system works that basically brought him back from the dead, and it's like, yo, this is crazy. And also he's trying to keep it a secret because he doesn't want people to know that like he basically got reborn. Like they still think he's the E rank guy who always gets injured, but now he's able to like, I guess that's where the term solo leveling comes. He's able to level himself up to where now like he can handle the E rank stuff without a problem, and he could probably go up a couple ranks. It's a very interesting concept for a show. I highly recommend solo leveling. Like shit edge to your seat. I'm like, yo, this shit just started. How we at the ending song already? That's kind of how anime is, especially good ones. Like when you get into it, they're only 22 minutes per episode. So once you're at minute 19, they give you that little cliffhanger energy, and then they cut the episode off. But yeah, solo leveling, I would definitely recommend. I recommend Shangri-La Frontier. If you just want a new anime to watch, you can pick up Blue Exorcist as well, but I'm not really feeling it, at least not this season 3. That's all I got.
All right.
All right.
I guess we'll go to the new. What?
Is there anything else, Joe, that you want to do after this? Like, what are we talking about next?
I'm just going straight to the news, like the stuff that's happened over the past month. One of them being, hold on, I think I saw it. I don't know if you guys have seen the original movie, but Beetlejuice got a trailer.
They're remaking Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I can't wait.
I heard about that.
I can't wait.
It's a sequel called Beetlejuice. It's got
if they don't knock it off.
It's got Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, basically all the original cast back, and Jenna Ortega of Wednesday fame is also in here.
But you better add her.
You were in that Word Adam show coverable.
You better add her. She's perfect. What are you talking about? Absolutely perfect.
I'm so hyped for this. About this.
I'm hyped for it.
I'm wary about remakes because they haven't been treating them. But yeah. I mean, if they do it justice, it should be fine.
Maybe. I mean, the people like it. So, there's something else. If you're a Scream fan, Neve Campbell, after leaving the franchise, she's now back after getting paid.
She pulled a rock. Yeah. Well, I guess this would be a reverse rock.
Yeah, because long story short, Scream 6 had new characters in there. One of them left due to controversies, and the other one, Jenna Ortega, she just didn't want to be on there anymore because her cast member got fired. So the one that had a controversy thing going on. So Scream 7 was supposed to get canceled, but then they're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Let's just bring back Cindy Prescott. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's bring back the literal face of our franchise. So why the hell not? And that's what I figured they were gonna do, because there's no way they're gonna cancel Scream 7. 6 and 5 did good box office wise. There's no way they're gonna stop. So I figured they're probably
Keep the
gonna be
money
desperate.
train going.
They're probably gonna be desperate and bring back the main lead. They brought back the main lead, and apparently Courtney Cox is gonna come back as I forget her name. What the hell is it? Gale Weathers in the movie as well. So, but sadly no Dewey because he fucking died. So, yeah. I like Scream. The first movie was good. The Batman Part 2 got pushed back to 2026. Fuck. Because
wait, Batman Part 2?
I didn't know they were making a part 2.
Yeah, the first movie did well. Are you kidding me? Of course they'd make another one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because apparently this one's gonna have Mr. Freeze, and I think Joker's also part of it.
The Iceman cometh.
No Arnold Schwarzenegger, please don't do it, man. I'm not watching it. If they do that,
Want to kill the dinosaurs?
If they do some multiverse,
Hey, Batman,
just like how they did with Michael Keaton. No, they do some multiverse crap with just like how they did Michael Keaton in the Flash, and then bring Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, bro, if they do that, bro, I am.
Let's kick
They're not
some
gonna do
ice.
They're not going to do that. There's no way. I would write
Full
it.
party.
I think the closest thing we'll get to that franchise that's coming out, I think this year, is the Penguin show. So
yeah,
that would be good.
Penguin.
Prepare for bitter harvest. Winter has come at last.
Yeah, I loved what's his name? Colin Farrell as Penguin, so it should be good. There's a lot of Zack Snyder stuff. Rebel Moon apparently didn't really do well. Michael J. Fox, after retiring from acting due to his, I think it's Parkinson's. Did he have Parkinson's or is it something else?
It's Parkinson's.
It is Parkinson's, yeah.
He's actually coming back to acting. So
wow.
They cured Parkinson's?
No, but he wants to come back. I think it's gonna be like Val Kilmer, where like in Top Gun Maverick, they brought him back, but the character also has cancer, kind of like how Kilmer had throat cancer as well, so they had to tie that into his character. I feel like they're gonna do that with any character that Michael J. Fox plays as, so I feel like that's how it's gonna be.
That Back to the Future money's drying up. I need some help.
No, like they better not make it Back to the Future 4. I'd be so pissed.
No. They do have a Back to the Future 4. It's the Telltale video games. Just like how they did with Ghostbusters 3. It's Ghostbusters the video game. Remember?
Oh yeah, they did make a Ghostbusters game. That's right.
Yeah. That's part 3.
That had all 4 actors in there, I think.
Yep. And it's a good game. So I recommend it. It came out in 2010. You can pick it up on if y'all still have your PS3 anyway. You can play it, but I recommend it.
Oh, I have my PS3. Yeah.
Man, pick that up on eBay, bro. Like, trust me, it's worth the $10 buy or whatever.
Yeah.
Trust me when I say that. It is Ghostbusters 3.
Hell yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Oh God, no, Jerry, what the fuck are you doing? Apparently, on Netflix, I'm not kidding with you. There's a fucking Pop-Tart movie.
No. What?
Called Unfrosted.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Jerry Seinfeld's directorial debut. Didn't he make the B movie?
Yeah. You like jazz?
You like jazz? How the fuck, dude? Jerry, what the fuck are you doing?
Jerry needs to put the pen down and put a blunt in his mouth. What the fuck?
What the fuck is this cast? Jerry Seinfeld, Melissa McCarthy, Jim Gaffigan, Max Greenfield, Peter Dinklage, Christian Slater, Bill Burr, James Marsden. Who the fuck else? If they have Burt Kreischer in here, I swear to God. Sebastian Maniscalco? Fucking Fred Armisen?
Who asked for this?
No.
Oh God, Amy fucking Schumer's in this movie. God damn it.
Yeah, that sound like a skip.
Yeah, this is a big skip. It looks so fucking stupid. Thank God it's a Netflix movie because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nothing like that would be greenlit to the silver screen. Fuck out of here.
Exactly. Matrix 5 apparently is happening.
Yeah. I saw that coming the minute. I didn't even know they announced it, but I seen it coming when they brought out that fourth one. They're trying to go for another trilogy.
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
when they really should have stopped after the first one.
Also, the picture they showed saying like Matrix 5 coming from director Drew Goddard, produced by Laura Wachowski. I'm going on Empire Online to search this up. It looks like John Wick, and but apparently I think it's actually like Neo, but he has long hair. He looks like John Wick. I don't know why he didn't put on like a fucking wig or something for like for Neo, because it's basically John Wick in like the Matrix universe. It's kind of crazy.
I feel like, see, the Matrix could be on some Star Wars shit and be like an expansive universe where you could tell multiple stories, but what they've been doing with the Matrix movies has just been, it's felt really uninspired, bro. Like, I like 2, but like I said, they really, like, they didn't need to make anything after the first one. Because 2 was only really good because of the action. Then 3 was just really fucking stupid. 4, I'm like, this shouldn't exist. They're making 5. It's probably gonna piss me off as well. I'm like, yo, y'all down bad. How you got 4 movies and only one of them is good?
Right. So there's a Joker 2. Cool. It's called Joker Folie Ado. How the fuck you pronounce this title? Hold on. Google Translate time. I don't know if this...
Was I under a rock? When was there a Joker 1?
There was a Joker 1.
Yeah, there's Joker.
Oh, they're making a sequel to the Dark Knight. What are we doing?
No, it's Joaquin Phoenix. He's like, Joker came out in 2019. It's basically about his origin story. But in this movie, Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn, and it's apparently a fucking musical.
That actually might be a good cast.
Yeah.
It's a musical?
Yeah.
You
I
said
don't know about the musical part. The Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, it might not be the worst idea.
Yeah. I like Margot Robbie better. Hold on, wait.
Of course you do.
All right. Folie Ado. Okay, that's a fucking weird title. I don't know.
Yeah, that Harley Quinn movie was trash.
What else? Godzilla X Kong is dominating the box office. Awesome.
It is.
I enjoyed the movie. Cool. Apparently Christian Bale is going to be Frankenstein in a movie called The Bride. Cool. I don't really give a shit. Dune Part 3 is in the works. I figured, because Dune 1 and 2 I've heard are very good. The Acolyte, it's another Star Wars show. I guess it looks fine. I haven't seen the trailer.
What's that gonna be about?
I have no idea.
I haven't seen anything for it.
It apparently it's before Phantom Menace.
Really?
100 years before Episode 1, to unspool a mystery, offering a fresh insight to the Jedi, the Sith, and everything in between. It's packed with brand new heroes, bursting with the martial arts action, and most importantly, will stick a lightsaber in the hands of a Wookiee. Oh.
That's it.
Didn't
I
they
mean, it's
already
not
do that?
They did do that. They're acting like it's something like out of the ordinary, like, oh, they've never done this before. Watch.
Oh my god, a Wookiee can be a Jedi.
Didn't they do that in Clone Wars? I swear they did.
Yeah, they did. I think it. No, it's not the same one. Never mind. Oh, it's got X-23 from Logan. Huh.
Yeah.
When the fuck was she in
That's
anything
pretty
else
dope.
after Logan? 'Cause that sounds. Huh. I don't know if she was in anything else. Cool. What else? There's a oh no. All right. Something came out about Fantastic Four, the new movie.
Go to 4. Fantastic 4. What's
So,
the bad news?
Julia Garner is going to be Silver Surfer.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What do you do before?
So it's a she, by the way.
She, okay.
So yeah, I don't really know how to feel about this because I mean, I guess that's fine, but who is Silver Surfer in the 2007 film? I forget who it was.
No,
Rise,
from what?
the Rise of the Silver Surfer, that movie.
That the actor.
Yeah.
All right.
I need to.
Yeah, you can look it up real quick.
Doug Jones. Who's he?
Right.
Who?
Is he from Game of Thrones? No, he's not. I swear he was from Game of Thrones, but apparently he's not. He's in Star Trek. A lot of Star Trek shit. Cool. I don't really know. Oh,
That's why we
Fishburne did
never
the
heard
voice?
of one copy.
Apparently Fishburne did the voice. It's kind of
Nice.
cool. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about this because I said before, like when the official cast was revealed, that the cast was okay. Like I liked Joseph Quinn and Vanessa Kirby. I liked those. Ebon Moss-Bachrach could be good as the Thing. Pedro is a questionable choice for Mr. Fantastic, but Julie Garner, that's gonna spark some controversy. But I mean, it could be good. I don't know.
Maybe I feel like time will tell on that one.
I don't know. It probably won't be, but
What?
it does give me a little.
Yeah.
It does get me a little. It does spark some questions because I'm like, huh. You sure? Sure, she's the right person for it, but all right. And apparently, Galactus might be in the film. So why not bring in Doctor Doom? Like, come on, he's right fucking there. Like,
They really do need to establish Doom because even if you're not doing the whole Kang Beyonder shit, we been needed Doom in here and a good portrayal of Doom. I don't know what's taking so long.
Yeah. I don't really
Like-
know. It's kind of stupid.
Like they handled like Black Panther's introduction so well. You had him make a cameo in Civil War, and then he got his own movie. Like, I don't understand how Marvel has a game-winning plan that they got in the previous phases of shit they got right, and they're not really replicating none of that in the future phases. You know how to introduce characters. Just do it.
So, yeah, I don't really know how I feel. I mean, it's a questionable choice. I don't really know if, like, I'm kind of nervous about the movie, and also because, like, Marvel's been kind of on a downward slope. I'm just kind of like, okay, sure.
I mean, like the whole Silver Surfer thing becoming a female. I mean, like it shouldn't. I mean, I understand like a gender swap.
It's not unprecedented. They did a Invention one.
Yeah, and they also did it with Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Well, that one was bad.
I didn't
At
like
least
that.
the ancient one worked out. Taskmaster did not.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like they should have just made Silver Surfer a dude, but I don't really know. I don't work at Marvel, so maybe they're cooking something up that I don't know about. So who knows? I don't really care anymore. So
they like to twist what we know to try to like make it not be so predictable because they're working off of comic storylines, but this might be a bridge too far.
yeah, I agree. I don't even know what else she's in. Oh shit. Let me search it up. Hold on. Julia Garner. I recognize the name.
Like, if you want more female characters involved in Marvel, just use them.
Yeah, let her be. I mean, why wasn't she Invisible Woman? Like, it's. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
She has blonde hair. You just put on a fucking wig. Like, it's. What the hell?
You know what what I'm really mad about?
What?
Because they've been throwing so much, probably ain't gonna get an Eternals too. And we kind of need that.
That got canceled, yeah.
We kind of need it. Because there's storylines that haven't been addressed. They've just been kind of hanging out there. Tiamat is in the Indian Ocean right now. No one's addressed it. It would have been perfect to address in Wakanda Forever, and they didn't. Because they was too busy having a funeral for freaking T'Challa. I'm like...
Yeah.
And that's my guy. Rest in peace, Chadwick. But what are y'all doing? We need an Avengers movie. There needed to be one. There needed to be a Young Avengers at the end of Phase 4.
Yeah, there should have been. Or, like, I don't really know. But
that scene at the end of the Marvels where the chick is raping people, that should have happened. Honestly, there should have been a Captain Marvel 2 where she goes to destroy the Supreme Intelligence and you see the fallout of that shit and you see the beginnings of the entanglement shit. Like, you could have developed Dar-Benn so she'd have been more of a threat instead of just some throwaway Monster of the Week villain. You could have built her up. Like, I feel like the Marvels would have did better as a movie if they built it up instead of just throwing it out there. Like, they basically Batman v Superman this shit because we didn't need the Batman v Superman movie this early in the DCEU. You could have built shit up till you got to that point. They could have did the same thing with Captain Marvel, and she's unpopular, so put her in a position where people can start to like her. Like, yo, she realized that, like, yo, this Kree shit ain't it. Let me fuck up the Supreme Intelligence. And then you see the outlash, the backlash that happens because of it. The people start to hate her. And then people are like starting to go around Dar-Benn because it's like she's like trying to get everyone back together, trying to fix the Kree homeworld when they lost their leader. Like, there was ways that shit could have been done to both help Captain Marvel as a character, the MCU as a whole, and make the Marvels a better movie. And they probably could have got rid of that marriage shit because that shit ain't help nobody. I didn't hate that scene, but it didn't do nothing for the movie. It was just another way to tie in Dar-Benn sucking the atmosphere. I think she sucked the atmosphere from that area. It was just another way to tie her back into the shit. But I'm like, no, we didn't need this.
yeah. I don't really know. Marvel's been kind of like, if Deadpool doesn't work, I'm like done. So
that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Deadpool's gonna work, but the Deadpool is in the same camp as Guardians. We know these are gonna be. It's the other shit that needs help.
Yeah,
like this is you just putting a band-aid on the. Yo, everyone's hating Marvel. Put out Deadpool Wolverine. That's what that is to me. That movie's gonna be fine. but they need to get back on track. They got hanging plot lines that's really why people are tight. You can't develop all of these storylines because you want to do a multiverse, and then you just like, well, we ain't making no money. We're not continuing these stories. Like, no, you made your bed. You don't want to make Eternals 2? Fine. Make a Star-Lord movie, because you know that's going to move units. And have the plot lines that was going to be in Eternals 2 be in that movie. Have Star-Lord like meet the Eternals that were left on Earth, and they go on that mission in space. Like, oh, you need to get to space? I can help you with that. Some shit like that.
I just don't know what they could do with the Eternals, but like, yeah.
The Young Avengers is like, it took a little long, but you're doing it, so do it. Like, I keep hearing like rumor YouTubers talking about Wiccan and Speed. All right, cool. Give them a show, or I guess have the Agatha show. Well, we're probably not even getting that either. Have them be there, like you introduced Black Panther in a non-Black Panther story, and he was able to get the ball moving. That's what they need to do now. They need to make solid movies that help introduce the characters so they can get back to where they were. They need to build the hype back up. And I don't think bringing back old characters is going to do it either, because they're probably only going to come back for that one movie. Like, I don't see Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans coming back for anything beyond Secret Wars. I think they're done with the shit. So you need to get the fresh blood in there. Y'all need to make Falcon look like Captain America. At the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he looked like an embarrassment.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say? Like, because I kind of want to like.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I guess like the last one before I go to the big one that we'd like to talk about. My favorite Shelby boy, Thomas Shelby, is returning in Peaky Blinders. Like the movie is coming out. Cillian Murphy is done with his Oppenheimer shit, so he's like, you know what? I'll come back as Thomas Shelby. So they're making a movie about Peaky Blinders. Hell yeah!
How many seasons did that show have?
6. It ended, I think, 22, I think.
So what, they're going to cap it with a movie?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is pretty cool. I like that idea, but it's not going to be the same without Polly, because I guess real life spoilers, the actress died in real life, so it's not really going to be the same without her, but...
Yeah, and they got an Ortega problem.
Yeah, but I mean,
they got a Carrie Fisher problem. They got to do a deep fake.
No, they killed her off in the show. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I loved Peaky Blinders, so I know Mercury's gonna be happy about this. So that's good. Yeah, but the biggest thing I'd like to talk about is somehow Punisher returned. So in the Daredevil Born Again. So
yeah, I'm excited about that. I really liked Punisher and Daredevil.
That is exciting. Those might have been the best 2 episodes in Daredevil.
Like I liked Punisher and Daredevil season 2. His own show was great.
That dynamic they had in the Daredevil show was really good.
Punisher season 2 is also really good. The
Punisher show was good.
Yeah. I think, because Daredevil's been going through a rough time, because Born Again was, like, really, like, I heard, like, the original script was really fucking bad, because it didn't have Karen, it didn't have Foggy.
We were saying that shit. I don't know where we were saying it, but we were like, yo, how you Daredevil? Huh?
Yeah, like, I think I said in a previous episode, like, you gotta have Foggy and Karen in the show. Like it makes sense. But
Yeah,
now
that's
they're
like
back.
non-negotiable.
Like I've been hearing a lot of rumors about Daredevil Born Again that I don't want to get into, but from what I've heard, it sounds a lot better than what we were originally going to get, because Foggy and Karen were spotted on set, and Punisher's back. J. Jones might be back, so that's good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil's got the original suit or something similar to that. Bullseye's back, so hell yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That's good news.
His suit looks like shit though, but it's he does, so.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need to tailor.
Yeah, like but yeah, I think I'm praying the show is good, because I don't know who's directing it. I think it might be the Punisher guys, but I don't know. If it is the Punisher guys, then hell yeah, but I don't know.
I mean
Jeff Loeb and all them?
I don't know. Let me actually search up.
I mean, off the strength that they're bringing back characters that were going to be originally left out, that's good. Because that means they understand, like, yo, this is what bare minimum what we need to have a good Daredevil story. We need these characters. They are a part of it. It's not just him in hallways fucking shit up. It's the relationship he has with these characters that defines Matt Murdock.
Bringing that Spider-Man Daredevil combo, boy.
Oh my gosh, this is a fucking dynamic duo right here. So, apparently, Dario Scardapane, who directed The Punisher, is being the director for some of the episodes, but also Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who made Loki season 2, they're also doing that.
This show's gonna be fine. Just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, because I thought the same with Indy 5 with James Mangold directing, and he made Logan, but Indy 5 turned out to be trash, so you never know.
Right, yeah. Take it for grain of salt each time.
I'm cautiously optimistic. Let me put it at that.
Yeah. That's you want to be that. You want to be like that anyway, regardless. So,
I mean, you got a point, but like if the way that it sounds like they're moving, it sounds like they don't want it to be ass, because you could tell when people care and when people don't, and they kind of weren't caring when they said that they weren't bringing back Paige and Foggy. The fact that now they rescinded that, they're coming back. We're hearing about Punisher returning. They're trying to get the band back together. It sounds like we'll be okay. And then you got the Loki 2 people, man. I'm like 90% sure it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it said 9 episodes it's gonna have. What happened to the 13 episodes?
That's weird, because wasn't it supposed to be much more than that, like 18 or some shit?
It was supposed to be 18, but then they dropped it down to 13 because the Netflix show had 13, but now apparently it's 9. How many?
I don't like that. Like I do want there to be more than 6, because most of these Disney Plus shows was 6-episode affairs besides WandaVision, I think. So I definitely would like to see, because basically that's a movie at that point. 6 episodes is basically I guess it'd be like 2 movies, because these are like hour-long episodes. So it'd be like a 6-hour movie, basically. Like no, like give me some shit that like is going somewhere. Like the OG Daredevil brought you through his whole shit, dealing with Elektra, dealing with Kingpin, dealing with basically living a double life as a lawyer and then someone who a vigilante. Is like, these two things should not mix. You know what you're doing is against the law. Like you see him go through that shit. You see the shit with him and Punisher. It's like, yo, you a fucking hypocrite, dude. We doing the same shit. I just make sure they stay down. You'll be attorney about not killing.
So an update about the episode count. It's a 2-season series, and depending on how good season 1 does, they're gonna do another 9 episodes. So it is technically still 18 episodes.
It's still 18 episodes. It's just they realize they may be being too ambitious, so they're like season 1, season 2.
Yeah, I mean it could be good. Who knows?
I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna put faith in them.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Because honestly, they need this win.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Like after Daredevil season 3 was done, I'm like, oh, I can't wait for more. Realize there, and it really made me sad.
Yeah. Speaking of sad, so this was recorded on well, technically April 7th, but Saturday, April 6th. If you were active on YouTube from 2014-15 to now, you've probably heard of Jacksepticeye, and he is if you don't know who he is, he's a well-known gamer, streamer guy. Well, he's not really a streamer, but he's a well-known YouTube gaming content creator who's kind of rivaled Markiplier for a long time in terms of like subscriber count and all that. They've done a lot of stuff together. Jack had like a coffee brand that he still has. He does Thankmas every year, which is like a charity thing he does. So he's had a pretty good history on YouTube, and he's just got 30 million subs recently. So yeah, he's kind of a big deal, and he's been talking because there's been a trend going around on YouTube. Not really a trend, but people just kind of like taking a break from YouTube or falling out of the platform, like retiring. Anthony from Smosh did it years ago before it was cool. Matt Pat, as you all know, left. Moved from.
I'm still sad about Matt Pat leaving.
Yeah. Moved from. I think he's from the Vanoss crew. He left. I think who else? Tom Scott left. And now Jack, he mentioned that he originally was supposed to retire or wanted to retire in like around the time Matt Pat was leaving, but he kind of didn't want to. And he mentioned that he kind of just mentioned like his about his history on like YouTube and all that and how much it's changed and stuff. I kind of wanted to talk about this because one, it's kind of a big deal because like I mean this is like one of the biggest platformers. This is one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform saying he's probably going to retire in a couple of years. But also, it kind of sucks seeing this video because I've always considered Jacksepticeye as like a funny, loudmouth, obnoxious. He's like an Irish Dashie to me because like he's like loud, obnoxious. He's funny. He's like a gamer guy. So he's kind of like him and Dashie have always been my favorites just because like I never grew up and I just always liked loudmouth people like that. But
hell yeah,
he's like I mean I'm not saying like long hair would make you.
Is that why we get along?
Yeah, true. I feel like because during the beginning of the year when I noticed that a lot of people were falling out of YouTube and retiring, the two YouTubers I thought were gonna go were Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. Markiplier mainly because of the movie that he was making, and I feel like he wasn't going to have enough time to make games and stuff. So he probably just decided, you know what, I'm going to drop the whole YouTube thing and go be like a movie director or something. And Jacksepticeye, I've just noticed like his community posts and stuff, he's saying like he's either taking a break because of mental health reasons or he's had like a migraine or anything that's happened, like his dad died. And that whole shit stick happened. I'll get to it later, but yeah, I kind of figured he was going to leave. And I'm honestly surprised he didn't yet because all the signs were there. And I was like, oh, fuck, he's going to go, isn't he? But in a way, I'm happy. But at the same time, I feel like it is time to go because like he's been on YouTube for about 11 years at this point, almost 12. And like as much as I love the dude, it's clear he's kind of having a little bit of a burnout, especially because the algorithm keeps on changing every time. And he's mentioned that like it went from like he went from saying like yeah, like I was like the face of YouTube gaming and stuff. Like gaming was like the algorithm for a long time. His views were at like an all-time high with like Happy Wheels and Hello Neighbor and Subnautica and all that. Like he was on like top of the world, and along with Markiplier and a bunch of different other YouTubers. But now like the gaming's kind of like taking a back seat, and it was like he was trying to switch the algorithm to like fit the algorithm, like he was doing like reaction videos and stuff, and he kind of was just like, no, this isn't for me, like this isn't who I am. And like working at YouTube sucks. It like if you're being a full-time YouTuber, it kind of sucks because you don't know what the algorithm is going to be next. You don't know if you're going to get any views or anything. You don't know if it's going to do well. Like it's very very hard for you to do. And Jack has mentioned that, and it just spoke to me like, yeah, like I've noticed that certain YouTubers like Dashi got censored beyond belief. Like Dashi was known for like you've got to be fucking joking and all that shit. Like there's a point in his YouTube career where I noticed he kind of like held back a little bit, or he had to censor his curse words. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But then I realized it's YouTube. It's not him. It's YouTube. But then he sort of calmed down for health reasons. But I'm just like, yeah, YouTube is definitely a big problem right now, and I'm saying this as a person who uploads YouTube videos. Like it's kind of been a big issue, and I think that Jack in a way is right about Mr. Beast ruining YouTube, because that's kind of what the algorithm is right now. Is just Mr. Beast and Skibbity Toilet. That's it. That's all the algorithm is. Like there's no gaming stuff, there's no reaction stuff. It's all Mr. Beast stuff and people trying to copy him, or it's Skibbity, which is for the younger generation. So, and I've just I don't know, and I feel like he's right in a way, because like YouTube wasn't the same as it was years ago. Like I remember like years ago, I guess it wasn't great or anything. Like it wasn't like YouTube has kind of always been crap with like the people on there. Like there's always been like toxicity and stuff. But at least YouTube is a different time back then, because I remember just things were like fun. Maybe this is just me, but I feel like things were funnier back then and stuff. Like I remember Minecraft was like a huge thing back then. Like there's like a lot of YouTubers like like SS Sunday and Tobuscus and all those guys were like doing Minecraft and stuff. PewDiePie was on the top of the world. Like it kind of feels like it's a different time now with YouTube. Like it's just kind of like a new generation focusing on new stuff. And Jack is just like one of those old guys, like those veteran YouTubers that is just like, yeah, I don't know what to do anymore. And he's kind of mentioned like, and I'm gonna explain why he wanted to retire originally, is because his dad sadly passed away from, I forget what, but in 2021 his dad passed, and on top of all that, like COVID and stuff happened. But yeah, like that's not the reason he like took a long break. It's because not only did his dad die, but there were trolls and bots and stuff that, like, it's just awful what happened. They were saying stuff like Jacksepticeye's dad is burning in hell and all that stuff. Like, just some nasty, nasty shit. Yeah, like, it wasn't even on... It wasn't even on, like, it wasn't just on his channel. It was also on Moist Critical. It was on a bunch of different, like, reaction stuff. Like, it was everywhere for, like, a good, like, 3-4 months, and Jack could not stop it at all. He wanted to. He's like, what the fuck is this? Like, I have to stop it. And then after a while, he's like, it's the internet. I can't stop it. But eventually, it did go away because he contacted YouTube with like the whole spamming bot bullshit that he was trying to fix, and he did fix it. But it just really sucks that that happened to him, because like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, it's one thing to not like Jacksepticeye, that's fine, but it's another thing to bully him for his dad dying. That's just another...
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's just another level. Yeah, that's just awful, and I'm just disappointed with the people that did that. If they even were people, it could have been fucking bots. But I don't know. It just sucks.
I mean, a person has to set a button.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Fuck those
And
people.
yeah, fuck those people. And Jack also opened up about like how this is the part that got me the most, and the part where I'm like, yeah, I kind of have to talk about this. Apparently, Jack said he was like horrifically depressed, and as someone who had who was kind of like flirting with depression, as my mom puts it, in like 2020 with like my dog dying and COVID and stuff, and like relationship problems.
I mean,
I can
those are
totally
valid
relate to
reasons
that.
to be depressed.
Like I could totally relate to that. And Jack, he had he mentioned like he has anxiety and stuff. He has asthma, which I don't have asthma anymore, but I used to have it, so I know how that feels. And I have anxiety attacks all the time. And he says he hates himself 5 times out of 10. I hate myself 9 times out of 10. So I could totally
Yo,
relate to that. Like, I'm just like, dude, when did Jack become the most relatable person on the platform? Because this is literally everything I have, and I just felt that like kind of like how you were like tearing up over Matt Pat's goodbye. I was like kind of tearing up over this, even though this wasn't the end. I was just like,
yeah,
damn, dude. Like I was a fan of it. Like, I'm acting like he's like fallen off and gone down like the mini lad train and all that, but I'm like that kind of hurts because I've always found Jack as like a funny, friendly, happy go lucky YouTuber, which he used to be that way, but like shit got it to him, like COVID and his dad dying and all that, and it's just him getting older, and he's just been kind of like changing a bit because like he wasn't like the same happy guy as he was back then. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's just kind of depressing to see because like it kind of reminds me of Robin Williams, where people didn't know he
yeah,
was depressed. He was always just like this funny guy. It kind of reminds me of Robin a bit.
yeah. You know what's funny? Because like you said, I was basically crying over Matt Pat shit. I think Akira Toriyama died the same
Yo,
week, and no, I've gone on the record of saying that I don't hate Dragon Ball. It just super really pisses me off because Z was so good, and to see you forget what Z did in Super felt like a slap in the face. But like Dragon Ball Z was my childhood, and as much revere and respect I have for Toriyama, fucking Matt Pat leaving hit me harder. I don't know. I can't explain it because Matt Pat's still alive. He has a website. You can find out what he's doing. He's still gonna appear in places. But I guess it was the way that he presented it, and like you're just not gonna see him anymore. It kind of feels like a death
yeah,
because like you're not gonna see him on the Game Theorist no more. Like not like prominent. You click a new game, film, food, or style theory, he's not gonna be there unless they reference something he said or did. He's not the host no more. It's kind of like Doctor Who when the doctor regenerates into the next actor. You're not seeing that actor no more. That's it. And I think that's kind of what it was. It was like it kind of felt like the death of Matt Pat, and it's like it's kind of scary because like I guess because YouTubers are. I mean, obviously Toriyama was a person too. YouTubers are people, but like you kind of form a parasocial connection with them. It's like you're friends with them, but not really. And then like you hear that this person is basically removing himself from social media. It's like fuck, never gonna see this guy again.
Yeah, that's kind of what because someone else mentioned like it's kind of like a parasocial relationship with YouTubers and stuff. That's kind of how it feels.
It's just weird. Like he's still alive, but he's basically dead to you because you're not gonna see him no more. And meanwhile, a person who really died, who won't even contribute anything to the world anymore, he's not even giving you carbon dioxide from breathing. He's gone. And it did not affect me in the way that MatPat affected me. And I just found that weird. Because obviously you don't want no one to die. Especially someone as great as Toriyama was. I always found that, because everyone else is like, oh my God, Toriyama's gone. And I'm kind of just like almost unfeeling. I don't know if it's just a timing issue.
I think it's either that or you weren't like you said, you kind of weren't like all that big of a fan of Dragon Ball.
I definitely wasn't. I'm not gung-ho in the Dragon Ball camp, but still do have a lot of respect for what Z did, because love it or hate it, Dragon Ball Z is pretty much the reason why anime is even a thing how it is now. Because a lot of people, and it's not just anime, fiction in general. If you are a fan of fiction, it's not so much now, but back like 5-10 years ago, if you liked fiction, it was a way for people to tease you and make fun of you and troll you. It's not widely accepted as it is now. Like, I remember I told people I loved Sonic, and in first grade that was fine. By the time I got to third, fourth, fifth, people started clowning you. Like, huh?
Why? Who the fuck?
We was just playing this shit like 2-3 years ago. Why is it a bad thing to like this? Like,
it's the insecure guilt. Like, okay, all right, like I have to grow up. I have to do this now. Like, you know,
forcing yourself to grow up shit. I'm like,
yeah,
you don't have to do that shit. But you know, I ain't know.
Bro, listen, I know so much adults who got kids, probably some not even married, they still play video games, all right? Like, dude, it's just a form of interactive entertainment.
Yeah.
Stop all that, man. Like, dude, why is everyone trying to, like, get on grass about it? I mean, dude.
You know what it is? There are people who watch some trash-ass reality and think that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, fucking was it Road Rules on MTV? See all this dumb shit, Jersey Shore, or all these people acting stupid, getting drunk and whatever. They think that's cool, but if I pull out a Final Fantasy game, like, yo, I'm about to play this. Like, yo, you play that shit?
Oh, nerd!
Oh, fuck, nerd. That's a nerd. That fucking the Simpsons shit. Like, people have different interests and things that tickle their fancy, like different strokes for different folks type shit.
Exactly.
I don't like. And then, like, just because the medium is video games or animation doesn't devalue what you get out of it. I've learned so much shit from watching anime, like life lessons and shit. Go with Dragon Ball. Like, everyone was fucking doubting Goku when he was telling Gohan to fight Cell for him. Goku knew what time it was. Like, yo, I trained with this dude. I know that he's capable. That's why I told him to do it. And everyone's like, nah, you can't do that shit. Don't underestimate people. That's the lesson.
I mean,
everyone underestimated Gohan, fucking blasted the shit out of this motherfucker. Like, you can learn shit from these shows.
Yeah.
But, you know, people, I don't know. Like, I get like the stigma of like, oh, everyone got to grow up. So,
he played Final Fantasy 7. Oh, you know he don't get no play. Look at his.
Yeah. Shit like that. Like,
well,
you get
fun
of.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got it.
All right. Even though like there's gamer girls out there that are like just our age, like doing the same damn thing, and okay, all right. They don't have such and such, but like, you know, it not now that disqualifies me as a male. Like, you know, to play these games. Like seriously, they got gamer chicks out there. They got they got YouTubers that have like millions of views who play these games. They're all chicks. They're all male. Like, why is it a problem for? Why does it affect you? I don't understand that. Why does it affect you?
That shit is stupid.
Like, dude, no, I can't be around you because you like this and that. Okay, all right, but when we play Call of Duty, it's not a problem, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can play Call of Duty, but
we can play NBA 2K 24. That's robbing the shit out of your wallet every single week with the VC coins. But Sonic is just completely.
Let me pop in this Frontiers. You gonna clown me?
Yeah. But when I pop in Mario, it's a problem. Okay.
Before we get off this though, I wanted to touch on something you said. Gamer girls actually have it worse because there are people who will make fun of them because they think that they're just trying to, play the game to like get guys or whatever. Not that like they actually like this shit. So that shit's fucked up too. It's like you gotta like prove mad obscure facts about a game series. Like, motherfucker, like you could just be a fan of something. You don't gotta know the deep of Kingdom Hearts to enjoy. Well, maybe you do to enjoy Kingdom Hearts. Like you could just play this shit. Be like, yo, I like Goofy. I think he's cool. He got the shield. He be bashing people over the head with it. Like, why is it? Why do people get clowned for shit that they enjoy? That's not causing harm to nobody.
Right. Talk to him.
Like I don't understand that shit. Let people live.
Yeah.
I don't get it either because like I personally know somebody who's been through life and all like who's done serious stuff. I'm not gonna disclose obviously, but who's done some serious things. Who's been through life, or been through like divorces and whatnot.
Been through the ringer.
Yeah, been through the ringer. This guy is still playing Smash Bros.
Yeah,
so you can't tell me that like it's an age demographic thing. Like, dude, it's for everyone. It's E for everyone.
It's E for everyone. Bro. They don't say only kids. It says E for everyone.
It's not early childhood. It's not EC.
Like
it's not leapfrog.
Word. This isn't Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
Right.
Not fucking Math Blaster. Like,
it's a fucking that game is amazing. But I used to play a lot. Math Blaster is go.
It's a fucking game that anyone can pick up and enjoy. Mm-hmm. Just like if you were to pick up a book, pick up a TV show to watch, pick up a movie to watch. They just chose the interactive medium of a video game.
That's it.
That's
seriously.
It.
You can look at people on YouTube like Rich of Review Tech USA. He gives a whole you know him? Oh, awesome. Like, dude, he gives a whole breakdown. It's like, dude, video games have nothing to do with age demographics. He gives a whole entire breakdown. This guy, he got a whole family and all. His father like breaks down like video game systems and airs it on YouTube. And like, he does all that. Like he does a whole entire breakdown of why it's foolish, why you have to exclude interactive media and why you gotta put it in this box, unwantedness.
I'm not even gonna lie, when I see like shit like that, I wish that like my family was more open-minded about video games because I can't share none of my interests with them.
Yeah, it's a sad thing, man.
It's sad. It's sad.
That's sad.
I feel
we got the same thing. We've been on this topic for a minute. We need to get back on track.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I mean, Jack did mention that he is not retiring now, but he does think about retiring in a couple of years, like 2 years max. That's like all he could do. Jake, do you have any thoughts about this before I just say my closing thoughts?
No, just say the closing thoughts.
Really? I thought you were a fan of Jack.
I am, but like this is going on for like way too long.
That's true. Like I said, just it sucks seeing the real side of Jack, but it's very understandable. I'm still a fan of his, and like how Berg did with MatPat, and like how I did with MatPat. Whenever his last video comes out, it'll suck ass. It'll be
will.
like it'll just be like heartbreaking to see. But as long as he doesn't fizzle away like how ADP did or any of those other guys, if he goes out on his own terms, I think it'll be amazing. And he has had one hell of a run. It's not it yet. It's not over yet, but I gotta say, like, as a fan of Jack for years, I'm very happy and proud of what he's done and what he continues to do in the future. I'll be there until his final video, and yeah, I wish him all the best. He's my boy.
His final video, Matt Pat set that bar up a little high. You saw that ending.
Yeah, he did say it's gonna be Matt Pat-esque, so yeah.
That ending is one of the best YouTube endings I've seen. Period.
Yeah,
he had the new hosts all on the couch he used to sit on. He observed them. He gave us a wink. Hooked the coat jacket up on the hook. Opened that closet or door, whatever. Pieced out. Close it. Wipe. That shit, bro.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it makes me weepy. That shit was fire.
He's got 2 years to cook something. So yeah, like yeah, as a fan of him, and I can speak for Jake when I say this, as a fan of him for a long time. Yeah, thank you for everything, man. I'll continue to watch you for the next 2 or however many years you plan on doing this for, but yeah, thank you for everything, man.
He sounds like a really awesome guy, so I'm echo you and say thank you, Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yeah, thank you.
So, with that out the way, we'll go to the comments on the last episode, and I feel like we've had a falling off because we went from having 5 comments to 1. So the podcast reached its peak in the Super Bowl episode, and they just went downhill from here. Hopefully, the next one will bring it back up. So, also before I get to the comment, I'd like to say, since next pod is going to be the Mario Kart one, it's going to be live. I won't be reading the comments for the next episode that'll come out, which is this one. So, like, if there's no after party at the end, that's probably because, one, I don't want to, because I mean there's gonna be a shit ton of people there, and I'll probably lose followers, and 2, I probably just won't have time because we're going through 96 goddamn courses. So
I mean we can save it for the next recorded one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, we'll do it for episode 11. I'll just combine the 2 episodes, 9 and 10. So yeah,
mailbag section.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about to lose. I'm about to lose. Like, people are gonna fucking call me weird because of this comment. But Daniel says, another really great, enjoyable episode. Keep up the George-esque work. Thank you. I'm assuming he means the gorilla from Rampage. So thank you. That's an honor. Going to be pretty short for me today, since I've not seen Godzilla or Ghostbusters yet. This was from 4 days ago, so I'm assuming he's seen Ghostbusters by now. But Ghostbusters looks really good. Godzilla X Kong I could care less about, and the way it sounds like a porn parody, just saying. Yeah. Godzilla X Kong sounds like a fucking ship. Like, I ship Godzilla and Kong. Godzilla X Kong Endgame. Like, just... And before I get to these hashtags, because these are a fucking nightmare, I just want to give context about what this what this hashtag means. So there's this other podcast that I listen to. They're no longer a thing, but one of them was at a campus, and there was like an LGBTQ thing going on. It's like I forget what it was, but it was like science emphasis, like gay rights and all that stuff. But one of them said "I heart bussy," which is like a fucking weird thing. I don't know what I forget what bussy is. It's some weird shit, but like Bussy. But like that suddenly became a meme on the channel because it was like it came out of fucking nowhere. It was like. It was
Pussy
like
sound like a combination of ass and pussy.
it might be, but I mean, if you like that, fine. But we just, for some reason, I think I started because I'm an asshole. But I think
They sound like they're a fan of DP.
for some reason the hashtag came here too. So I'm about to read these out. Oh God. Hashtag Godzilla eats that monkey pussy. Hashtag Bill's pussy. Hashtag frozen pussy. Hashtag Joe loves that slammer pussy. What the fuck has my comment section become? It went from like, oh yeah, this is a good episode to Godzilla eats that monkey pussy. Like, what the fuck is this?
What?
To?
Oh, agency.
I mean,
What the fuck?
I think we found the person who got the hint.
Yo.
Oh my God,
It's not that serious, dog.
Yo, for real.
I have that 18th hand embarrassment right now, but so.
I hate telling people to go touch grass because I feel like that's a whack statement, but these motherfuckers need to touch grass.
Oh God. I also saw the Deadpool PG-13 trailer. Oh yeah, so if you haven't seen my recent pod episode, I talked about in the beginning that there's a Deadpool 3 trailer in the theaters, and they dubbed it over to make it PG-13.
What?
I think it was fucking stupid because, just long story short, instead of like pegging is new for me, but it is for Disney. I feel like they either brought in like lines from a different point in the film, or if it was completely AI. He said the R rating isn't new for me, and it sounded so weird. It was like I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why are you showing this during Godzilla? Like, kids are not gonna see this. Like, why the? Oh my God, it's so stupid. But
I mean, there's a bunch of kids who see the Deadpool movie.
yeah, but it's still stupid. Why would you dub it if it's not for kids? It's so stupid. And he said, and I also saw that Deadpool PG-13 trailer, and I think it's smart trickery maybe to think something's PG-13 when it's clearly not. But if it gets more asses and seats, then who cares? But it's a weird edited trailer. I'll give you that. Yeah, but I feel like I said, like just why attract kids to this? They're not gonna see this. It's so fucking weird. But anyways, that was fucking interesting. So, next episode, like I said, this one was a nothing burger, but next episode is going to be the big guns because, I don't know. Jake's not going to be there. I don't think Jay will be there because I think you're working
What day would it be?
Tuesday. We're doing
Tuesday?
it live.
Yeah. I'm gonna be working. Unless it's like a late night thing, kind of like tonight. And then, I'm probably not gonna be able to come.
It's next Tuesday.
No, the 16th.
Damn, I wish you would have did it this week. I'm on vacation.
Oh shit. Do you want me to push it to this week?
I mean, if you can, that'd be great.
Shit.
But you got a lot of moving parts, so that may not be the best idea.
I could probably see if that's okay with everybody else, but I don't know. Do you think you won't make it for that?
You say you're having it on the 16th. What time?
6 p.m.
How long is it gonna be?
I don't know. I think I'm aiming for 3 hours.
Start at 5.
All right, I can move it to 5. That's fine. So at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, April 16th, I will be doing a live stream podcast where I will be ranking all 96 courses of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I've been planning this for a long time. I was going to do this for episode 5, but shit got in the way, and plus I wanted somebody to be part of it who will not end up here. So he did originally, but shit happened, so... yeah, we're doing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We're ranking all the courses and putting them in a tier list. I've already made my own. I could probably redo it, but yeah. So we're going to be discussing all of our thoughts about the new tracks and stuff. So if you want to be there, I'll put out the link for it and all that. Just be there live. I won't be checking comments. I might glance at them, but I'll be focusing mainly on the topic and stuff. There's going to be, I think there's 6 people part of it, including Iceberg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, possibly 7, because I might get someone else on here, Azzy. But I think, I don't really know. So we'll just see what happens. I'm hoping it turns out to be good and has a good turnout as well. I will see you guys next Tuesday for the podcast of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I am actually really excited for it. So if you're going to watch it, hell yeah. If not, fuck you. I mean, you can watch it. So you can find me on Instagram at Josie8356. I am very active on Discord and YouTube. Josie9282 on Discord and on YouTube, where you're fucking watching this. And so if you want to share the pod, go ahead. I would love it if you did. So that's all I got. If you guys want to promote your stuff, like any upcoming shit.
I mean, I just finished doing a Pokemon Mega collab with Pegasus Angel, Nadina, and Spenza, but we're gonna do another one of those at the end of the 27th. Excuse me. This following week, on the 13th, I'll be doing a Super Mario Maker 2 collab. We're gonna make a season spring level with springs, and it should be pretty bouncy. Now, I like doing the creators collabs because a lot of times, at least more recently, when I see people putting clips up of Mario Maker, it's these impossible Kaizo levels or some crazy speed run thing. And yeah, it looks impressive for real, but most people can't play those kinds of levels. So that was kind of what I wanted to do with these creators collabs, is introduce more traditional type levels in there, like something that you would get out of playing a Mario game, not necessarily Kaizo shit, but I don't know. I think more people like the Kaizo and troll stuff than actual traditional levels when it comes to Mario Maker, so I guess it's just fighting an uphill battle. But these collabs are fun. Like, you get to really see people's creativity on display, and the levels are fun, and we're vibing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
I think that's all I got that's coming up.
Jay, got anything?
No, not really.
I know you don't have shit, Jake. I know that.
Oh,
but
I
I'm
thought
talking
you-
to
I thought you-
Jake.
No, he got State Farm. Put some respect on Jake's name.
I thought you were talking to me, but okay.
Why would I ever talk to you? Why are you even still here? I'm kidding.
Oh,
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yo, CB
Anyway.
being that boss right now. So, fuck your feelings, dog. I tell you when to come online, I tell you when to leave, homie. You know, had your time on the air.
Go and clean my microphone.
Yeah,
Anyways, Jay, go ahead.
Well, you can find me on my personal spaces on the JG Media Games Discord. And you can also check me out if you need any type of designs, illustrations, logos, avatars done for any particular services. You can do that by going over to jgmedesigns.com. Check out the design shop today for all of your creative exclusive needs.
Yo, you hear that, creativity
starts with you.
Make a damn website. Don't be DMing me 2 a.m. Yo, you want to see my work? I can give you a good price. Fuck out of here, bro.
But other than that, I'm usually with the Thunder Pals. When they're doing like great collabs that we had tonight, I'm usually right over there. And I'm usually part of action, which I really do enjoy. So big ups Iceberg Mike, especially for the recent mega collab. I learned a lot. It was awesome. Big ups to Joe C as well for inviting me to the podcast. It's always a pleasure to do both. Other than that, man, I'm just glad to be here. You guys two, all three of y'all are really awesome people, and I just like being part of this.
No, you're awesome, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
No, man, yeah. Jay's illustrious mod as well for the Thunder Pals YouTube channel. Appreciate both of your contributions to the group.
Thank you.
And it's crazy because Joe kind of just joined the Thunder Pals as another person to play Smash and Jackbox with, and now he's blossom into his own content creator. It's actually kind of crazy seeing.
It is pretty crazy.
Seeing his blow up. It's kind of on some Matt Pat shit. I see the ad. I'm gonna end up crying the day that fucking Joe C decides to stop uploading. It's like, guys, I'm tired of this shit. Editing takes 5 years. And I ain't getting results.
My computer's reveling as his computer. It's fucking a nightmare. It's
you motherfuckers ain't commenting. My PC's trash.
I'm stuck at 137 subscribers. Please sub, please.
When I see that video, I'm gonna cry yo, fuck, my man Joe ain't gonna upload.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, you better not quit on us. Don't do it. Don't exit stage left, bro. Please. I'm gonna find you.
It'll eventually happen, but it'll be a long time from now. So, okay. Because there's no way I'm doing this shit forever. But yeah, not now.
Hey, man. You never know, man. This is a good path. But that it will definitely take you places if you push for it, bro. So don't discredit it.
I mean, it is.
Who knows?
It is what it is. It doesn't feel it's his cup of tea anymore. That's fine. The fact that he even did it, it's a testament to him already.
Right.
Because a lot of people could do it and don't. They just go to YouTube channels like Thunder Pals and troll Iceberg Mike because fuck that guy.
Yeah, he won't give a shit. Yes, he will.
Yeah,
for real.
This outro's been going on for long enough. Let's save the 3-hour long outro for episode 10. So,
hell, that content is gonna be 3 hours.
All right, I will see you guys later.
All right,
good night, everybody.
All right, have a good one, y'all. Peace out.
Good night, guys.
I was about to say, did Jake just fuck off?
Tired of y'all motherfuckers. Sign off.